Kirsty, first of all, how was your Christmas and what did you get up to?
Yeah, I ended up going back to my hometown in Newcastle and just spending it with the family and friends and seeing my mum's side and my dad's side of the family as well that we don't get to see often, and then just having like a dinner at home just with my own like immediate family. So it was good to catch up with them all and be with them.
Obviously, a very important game coming up, so straight back into it. You haven't had much time to have off with the family. Just tell us about the training schedule.
Yeah, obviously after Christmas we're just getting straight back into it. It's important to tick the legs off, after having so long off. But yeah, we're straight back into it, straight mindset back into the game that we want to win, obviously, and get those 3 points. And we know that it's important, and you know Wellington are a good side, so we've really got to switch on now and switch off holiday mode that we were on with those few days, and yeah, just get ready for the game.
3 games unbeaten, which is great, but you'd probably be a little bit disappointed that 2 of those games ended up a draw when potentially we should have won it.
Yeah, obviously we want to get those 3 points, and it's important to, you know, for the long-term goal of finishing on top and, you know, making the grand final. But obviously we're going to take it game by game and get those important points. And yeah, obviously the draws, you know, we wanted to win and things like that, but we've still got future games in hand and future games coming up, obviously, and we know we can capitalise on them.
Doubleheader this time at Allianz Stadium. Do you enjoy playing at the bigger grounds sometimes?
Yeah, it's good. I think it's important that the women get to experience those big grounds like Allianz Stadium, and the fans coming in as well and experiencing both a doubleheader for the women and the men as well is a great thing for, you know, the fans to come and watch as well. And yeah, us even playing at Leichhardt, like the environment and the atmosphere that the crowd brings there is so amazing for us, and it lifts everything for us. So yeah, it's going to be good to be at Allianz Stadium and before the boys, so hopefully the crowd comes along and watches before the men play.
And you've had a good run of form of late, but also got a decent little record, putting a personal record at Allianz Stadium. You scored last time you were there, so you're hoping for more of the same this time? Yeah,
obviously scoring in any stadium is such an amazing thing, and you know it was the opening game against Wanderers for the first goal, so it was pretty important to me, and I don't get to score often, so yeah, it was pretty special to me, and for it to be with Sydney FC was even more special. So even if I don't score and like the girls obviously score, is just as amazing, and we really just want to get the 3 points for everyone.
I think the women have got a pretty good record at Allianz Stadium generally, I think.
Yeah, I think obviously the field is amazing. That helps us a lot, and knowing that it's a home ground, it's home crowd as well. Like the fans just bring in so much atmosphere for us and energy, and you know helps us push in those last few moments that we need to push. And yeah, obviously it's amazing that we've had an amazing run and haven't lost many games. Obviously that one game that we did lose last season, but yeah, obviously we just want to keep winning it no matter what stadium it is, and Allianz really helps us win those 3 points every time we do play there.
Wellington are traditionally one of the, I'd say, weaker teams in the comp, but do you take them lightly at your peril?
Yeah, no, we don't take any team lightly in this league. I think it's so important that we go in with the mindset of we want to work hard and get those 3 points, no matter, you know, how they're going in the season, no matter how they went last season. Yeah, I just think it's important that we have a game plan and we know what we need to do to get those 3 points, and we just got to work hard for each other no matter what team it is.
And there's a lot of competition for places in the squad right now. Do you think that's going to breed better performances from the girls, knowing that there's always going to be someone breathing down your neck to take your place?
Yeah, it's obviously always good to have healthy competition. You know, we always want to work hard for each other, and obviously you want to be starting, and you know it's nothing against each other, it's just something that you just want to do as a player. You know, you want to be playing and starting those 90 minutes. But yeah, I think it definitely helps push each other, and you know everyone wants to start, like I said, so having that healthy competition for players to push to their best of their ability really helps us overall as a squad to get those results.
And after this game, games are coming thick and fast. I think there's maybe at least two a week for the next 3 weeks. Do you prefer that, or would you rather be sort of training every day or playing games?
Yeah, obviously we don't get as much rest, but I think once we get into the groove of it and the momentum starts going forward and hopefully winning those games, I think we'll be in little of a structure, and you know we'll manage. We have the right facility, we have the right environment, and staff to help us get through those games. And I think once we start doing them and going back to back in games like a tournament mode kind of thing, we'll be okay. Like, we'll just have to work hard for each other and manage each other really well.
Surely you must prefer that, playing the games rather than having to get up at 6 every morning.
Yeah, no, it's so fun. Rather play games than train. Obviously, it's good to tick your legs over and be with everyone at training, but the most important thing is games, and that's where all the fun happens. So yeah, it's exciting.
Actually, one more question. 7 games in, not even a third of the way through the season, still got a couple of games in hand, so it is an important run of games. You still think anything's possible in this league, even though there's a few teams moving away a little bit?
Yeah, I think 100% it's important, and anything's possible. It only takes some teams to lose and for us to keep winning for everything to change. And yeah, obviously we have a bit of a gap from top of the table, but we also have games in hands and things like that, and we know how important those are. So yeah, we're just going to capitalise on every opportunity we can for those extra games.
Can I ask as well, you were injured a little bit in Uzbek, and then you've come back and you seem to really come back stronger. Last weekend you had a great game against Brisbane, sort of the given player of the match. How are you feeling, now that you're back and you sort of got a good run of form and good games on your belt? Yeah, obviously it's hard being injured, being on the sideline, especially for big games like Melbourne City and things like that. And obviously we unfortunately didn't get the result that we wanted. And, me having that break and just watching on the sideline only pushes me more to come back. And, obviously I feel a bit fresher compared to the other girls having that little bit of a break. But obviously still had to work hard for rehabbing to get back in the squad, because it definitely wasn't easy to get back into, and it never is when you have those type of injuries. But yeah, obviously to be back with the girls and back in the squad is an amazing feeling, and I definitely want to just take every chance that I get. And your relentless running, where does that come from? Because there was times when everyone was pretty gassed and then you were still bombing down the left-hand side, especially one that you chased right into the corner. Where does that all come from? Yeah, I think it's just a little bit of the mindset that I have in me. I think like when it comes down to the last minutes and, everyone's a bit like gassed, like you said, having just that little bit more in me that I know that I have, just to push myself a little bit more, especially towards the end of the game where everyone, especially the other team, is gassed as well. I think it's the most important part, to just really push through the 90 minutes, especially in the dying parts of the game.